some new color. You got to smell good. You got to look good. Smell good and feel good. Just grab yourself some new color.
I'm Noel with Noel's Frags, and today we're going to talk about the elusive, the exclusive, L'Air de Panache. This fragrance came out in 2014 in conjunction with the movie The Grand Budapest Hotel. So this is actually the presentation for the fragrance. It's just kind of a cardboard box with a little space to put it. Nothing special, nothing crazy, but you can see on the top it was actually designed by Nose. So they wanted a fragrance to accompany the movie because one of the main characters, played by Ralph Fiennes, the character Mr. Gustav, is always dousing himself in his fragrances. So they wanted to make a real life version of it. Mark Buxton, one of the founders of Nose, is a perfumer, and he was like, I got it, I'll do it. So he has his own line. He has several releases on his own house, Mark Buxton. He also did, with the fragrance I actually have experience with is Vetiver 46 from Le Labo. He perfumed that as well. And I can't even tell you how many, probably 50 or so other perfumes and fragrances. He's done a lot. He's got a resume, you know? So they felt confident in having them create this fragrance. Unfortunately, he didn't finish it in time for shooting of the movie. So what Ralph Fiennes, what Mr. Gustav wears in the movie, is not the same thing that you get here. I can't actually track down what he wears, what he douses himself with throughout the course of the film, but we got this little number, and that's pretty cool. The presentation of this fragrance is really cool. You have the old school atomizer. So it actually has a twist. Let's see if you can see. There's a twist lock. So it sits up slightly higher. Slightly lower. Slightly higher. And now it can actually be sprayed. So smells good. So it's an eau de cologne concentration. And off the top, it's very like a citrus medley. Like orange more so than the other citrus. But you can tell it's like a little bit of lemon, maybe a little bit of bergamot, mostly orange. But citrus and musk right out the gate, with some light florals kind of dancing around. Once again, not really nondescript florals. It's muddled. It's fresh, but nothing is really sticking out. It's like, oh, that's that. You can't really pick it out easily. It's very well blended. It smells elegant. L'Air de Panache. It smells refined. Being an eau de cologne, it doesn't last that long. You get a nice air of sophistication going on, but it is fleeting. What is prominent throughout is there's a musk that you can tell in the open, you can tell in the mid, and it's there in the dry down. So once the citrus kind of subsides, you're just left with the light florals and the musk. And then as it dries down, they kind of all come back together and blend and create this, for lack of a better note, dryer sheet vibe. Towards the end of the fragrance, it definitely comes off like a snuggle or a it's very much like a dryer sheet. It's clean, it's refined. Well, I must say, it is a ravishing perfume. It smells classy, but in a light way. When I say this is exclusive, it is. They only made a few hundred of them for cast and crew of the film. So if you can find one, it's gonna be costly. Right now, if you go to track one down, you might be able to find one on eBay for $200 or more. US dollars. So it's good, it's cool, it's neat as like a piece of movie trivia, but as a fragrance, I'm not really impressed. But if you really want to check this out and you want to smell something like this, check your local discounters. There's something very similar to this fragrance you can find at a place like TJ Maxx or Marshall's. I stumbled across this fragrance, I don't know, several months ago. I sprayed it and I smelled it and I was like, oh, this isn't bad. And then when I got this fragrance, I was like, man, it smells so familiar. Emerge by Evelyn. So this is a super gaudy presentation, like the diamond plate, but it also has that dryer sheet vibe to it. It is more synthetic. It doesn't smell as fresh. It's an eau de parfum concentration, so it's stronger as well. And I don't even think you can find anything on this on Fragrantica. Like, I don't even know what the actual house is. Bellevue Parfums. So I couldn't really find anything when I looked it up. You can find it on Amazon. That's the only place when I like go to Google it. That's the only place I found any information on it whatsoever. It was on Amazon, but it's like $50. Don't buy this on Amazon. That's just where I saw it. But yeah, these two smell strikingly similar. Much more potent and sweet and more orange. So instead of it being as much of like a citrus medley with kind of like orange being the forefront, this is a lot more sweet orange. And the whole composition is a lot more synthetic. This is fresher. It doesn't last as long as the Emerge. But if I was gonna throw one on, it would be this. I just bought this for demonstration purposes only, to show you guys the comparison, because I was so surprised that I had smelled this fragrance before, and it was this when I stumbled across it the other day when I was at the TJ Maxx. I was like, oh shit, I gotta buy it. But yeah, so if you want a dryer sheet smell, orange dryer sheets, Emerge. Wes Anderson is a fun filmmaker, and I'm glad to have this piece of movie memorabilia in my collection. I don't know how frequently I'll wear it, but it's definitely a cool piece, and I don't have any bottles with this type of atomizer, so it looks cool. Throw it in the collection. Sophisticated, refined, yes. Cheap, just like me. Wait, no, that doesn't work. I'm cheap, the fragrance isn't. Yeah, that makes sense. Would I recommend it to a friend if my friend was rich? Or loved movies? If my friend really loved Wes Anderson movies, yes, I would recommend it to them. So are you gonna go out and spend $200 on a movie prop? Let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, throw me a like, maybe subscribe if you want to see more content. And as always, thanks for watching.